Hello everybody, welcome back to Trails in the Sky, the third. Nice to be back. Finally have electricity now after yesterday's whole debacle. Feeling super sore though, after all the things I had to do and all the things I had to carry, but looking forward to playing some more Trails today. Hopefully relax a little bit. But yes, hello Pun, and hello to anybody lurking in chat, anybody watching the VOD. Hope everybody's having a good time. Let me do a quick overview as to what we were doing last time. So, bring to me the repenting patriot, only then shall the door open. Ah, I see, okay. You can swap out some party members here. With this button. It's always hard to remember when you're playing so many different games. Since it's Christmas time, happy trails, Hans. Happy trails to Hans. Don't know if we're going to need any of the other characters soon. Let me do a quick check into the future here. Only those who have struggled through countless battles are worthy of entering here. We should be able to just do that. All is one and one is all. Begins with one and in the end it returns to one. Only when you have released all the other doors shall this one open. Okay. So that one we don't have to worry about. There aren't any specifics here. What about Moondor 5? I still do not understand what the happiness I have obtained is. I'm going to have to assume Joshua and Estelle? Or maybe our main characters for this one episode, actually. Oh, it's from Die Hard. Oh, of course. Everybody's favorite Christmas movie. Will you be streaming this on Christmas Eve, by the way? If so, I'll miss it. I will not be streaming this during the holidays, no. During the entire holidays, I think from like the 25th my time, all the way to like the 2nd or 3rd of January, I'm not going to be streaming anything. Just taking some time off, spending time with family. I guess also getting some other work done in the background too. So yeah, don't worry about missing any streams. Alright. We have more arena stuff. Choose left and right. Present the card that governs fate. I think we have that card. I believe it was an item that we obtained. All the mystical gems that contain that light. Maybe it's like when you obtain everybody in your party, then you can open Sundoor 5. Dunno. But for now, maybe do a little bit of grinding with all the other characters too. I will, however, go in with this party. They should be fully equipped to deal with whatever we're about to run into here. Streamer on vacation? What is this madness? So true. I do need to at least take my yearly vacation, forced vacation on myself so that I don't burn out. I definitely think moving forward into the future as well, maybe doing like a break every month or so. Streaming is fun, but oh boy, can it take a lot out of you. And hello, Joel. How many more doors are we doing today? We still have 3 more moon doors, right? And then a couple of sun doors. Potentially, depending on how long all those doors are, we may get to finish them. Likely next stream we'll finish all of them. Some people can not work on holidays. It's one of the benefits of being self-employed, essentially. I mean, I basically work for YouTube, but it's really up to me. It's great, but there are some downsides to it as well. Still a lot of things I'm working on, especially in regards to something like, say, the sense of looming guilt I feel when I'm not working. or playing a video game for fun, trying to just enjoy it, and trying to put that in the back of my mind, get rid of the thing in the back of my mind saying, you know what, maybe I should save this for content. I want to still continue to love video games and not have that always be in the back of my mind, but it's really hard. It's hard to get rid of. That's right. For you in particular, having grab points is actually really darn good. Do we have anybody with the strength up? Because you are more of a physical character. I guess, oh, you have the gladiator belt. The tiger heart, yeah, it's with you. Hello, Draco. We are indeed gaming. When I worked security, I stopped Easter and Christmas week, so I got one of those off. But I had to work the other one. I guess it's a fair deal. Like, in the end, you still get a day off. You have the ATS. You have the other Tiger Heart. Okay, I'll be taking that one, thank you. We'll put on Richard here instead. And until we run into any sort of status effects are going to be prevalent, I'll swap it to that. I wonder if I need to have the Destiny card equipped on one of my characters in order to enter that one door that needs the card. Or says something about a card. Not sure if that's the right card, but you never know. Okay. Star door. The Repenting Patriot. I believe we had talked about this though, that the remaining Star door that I don't have, I can only access by continuing the story. And then I suppose once we get that, we can come back and do Star door 14 as our final one. Or actually, no. No, it's deeper in the area where when we talk to the ghost lady, she teleports us to for the farming stuff. Yeah, deep in the abyss. Okay, yeah. Getting my stuff confused. Has technology gone too far? Doors requiring cards? Well, we'll blame Resident Evil for this. Will I die? More likely than you think. Oh, interesting. Was the text actually okay there? Usually it's jumbled up. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Okay, just story time. Let me sit back, relax a little bit. RNA research, Ruin office. Oh my, look at all this. I hope it'll prove useful. I see. You've sure found out a lot. With this many potential sales routes, I've got nothing to fear. I'll be able to make my move into the Erebonian capital as soon as I'm ready with this kind of information. You asked us to investigate the current situation with regards to Orbman cells in Erebonia. So I centered my investigation around stores in the region itself. And you did a fantastic job too. Still, the problem of transport remains. After all, old Borden's got his grubby hands all over the international liners already. It's true that the Borden family has preferential access to 40% of the load capacity of international airliners leaving the role for Erebonia. However, they are no longer the only available option. There are now private carriers as well. Here are some supplementary materials regarding that issue. My, you certainly come prepared, don't you? Well, this request ended up taking a little longer than originally anticipated. Consider this a little extra on us in exchange. I like those who think 2 steps ahead. You sure you don't want to come and work for me? I'd pay you handsomely. I'm certainly flattered you think highly enough of my skills to offer. I'm not sure I have what it takes to be successful in the cutthroat world of business, though. I'm a rather timid man, you see. Come now, you can't fool me. Oh well, do keep my offer in mind, if you would. Please allow us to escort you out. I do agree, pun. The if evil, why hot lady. Not fully being evil. Actually kind of nice. Oh, since I have you here, maybe I should give you one more thing to look into. I've already had Simon get started. Simon? Simone? But I'm not sure he's up to the task. I'd be happy to help if I can. Will this be another request to research a foreign market? It certainly will. Oh, look what you've got over there. Perfect. A phone? No, a map. This place right here. Orid State? That's an unusual choice. It's quite a small place. That just makes it easier to seize a majority in the market. Small as it is, it's not like it isn't accessible by airliner. What market there may be there is all but free for the taking right now. So you want us to research the potential size of the market there, in other words. Shall we focus entirely on the Orban market? Or broaden the scope of our investigation and look into the market in general? The market in general. Do you think you can do it? With ease. I'll get in touch with one of our staff members stationed near the state right away and begin weighing options. You've been following Simon and Murano ever since she tried to buy the Septium crystal that the Kapua bandits stole and roll it in a sea. Having Simon problems now is a little amusing. I don't remember every single person's names, not gonna lie. I can barely remember the names of our main party members when I start streams. Hell, I even called her the Ghost Lady, because I don't remember her name. What is our main character's name? Father Kevin, right? And... Riaz? I will fully admit this. Do you know... I mean, you were here, Pun. You remember how long it took me to actually finally pronounce agate correctly. For so long, he was agate. That's what I wanted to hear. I'll be back here next week anyway. We can discuss the details then. Ta-ta. Until then, take care. Or it's quite far inland. Weren't the Rhines brothers in that general area of the continent? Yes, they are. I'll get in contact with them later. Thank you. She's not a merchant of boss for nothing, is she? She's always coming in with such interesting, ambitious requests. She's not half as ambitious as you are. I think you may be overestimating me a little there. Well, can you show our next visitor in? Certainly. Who is our next visitor? Ah, Norman. Hello there, Alan. Sorry for dropping in on you again. I just wanted to get your input on another little something regarding the city's finances. Oh, that won't be a bother at all. Please, take a seat. This is the tourism mayor who was elected over Porthos, the working man's mayor. Gotcha. I do remember that whole back and forth between them. And then we had this whole investigation, right? In regards to the hotel and some dude getting injured that it turns out it was because the door just opened and smacked him in the face or something like that. I remember there was like a side quest investigation bit. Also, hello Adrian. Welcome. So, what exactly can I help you with today? Alrighty, all seems to be going rather well with the business now, don't you think? Indeed. Although, I admit that it's taking me time to adjust my days being so peaceful. I do miss having a sense of tension in my life. And bloodshed. That's something you'll just have to live with, I'm afraid. We're civilians now, not soldiers. That's true enough. In any case, it's an honor to be able to live and work with you in the city where you were born, Your Excellency. Canon, I really would prefer it if you addressed me as Sir now. Nani? My apologies, sir. There's no need to apologize. Oh, goddamn. Well, I think we should probably go inside. I'm not sure I like the look of the sky. Some weird trails in it. It couldn't be. You think Richard was a raven? A raven as in part of the gang or whatever that they have here in this city? Considering that he grew up here, and the fact that he is a rough and tumble sort of dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he was, but I don't think we really know too many details on him, on how he was growing up. He could have been also in just like a cushy boarding school or something, and he just like was born here and grew up here until he got sent there. I don't know. Always struck me as too straight-laced, maybe him creating distance from his youthful self. Could very well be. This man isn't a stranger to playing it straight, after all, and hiding his true motives. He graduated from Genis? Ah. Well, if he did, then, you know, maybe he was over there, and he was just being a nice dude. Or planning all the things in order to take over the country because it was rotten to the core and only he could fix it or something like that. I don't know. Oh, pretty sure Agate was the one who started it? If Agate was the one who started it, then I think timeline-wise he probably wasn't a raven then. Sir? Is something the matter? Oh, it's nothing of much importance. I just noticed that we seem to have mistakenly received another letter intended for the mayor. It's understandable that it keeps happening, given that this building was previously his, but it is a tad troublesome nonetheless. I suppose I'd better go and deliver it to him. It could be something important. Now, sir? Couldn't it wait? It seems like it's going to start raining any minute. It's not too far. Even if it does start raining, I won't be exposed to it for long. Can I ask you to handle the regular reports in the meantime? Yes, of course. Run! Ugh. There's no mistaking it. Rain. That letter was sealed in a special way we used in the intelligence division. The letter itself is a meaningless decoy. The real message is concealed in how the envelope itself is sealed. It means, come to the landing port. Someone from the intelligence division is calling me in hopes of speaking to me. Most likely because they bear a deep-seated resentment towards me and what I did to them. And I have a duty to go and see them. After all, I was their commander. I was the one who pushed their life off the rails and ruined their future. I've been waiting for you. So it was you, Sender. Wait, his name is Sender? He was the one who sent us the mail. Indeed. It's good to see you again, Colonel. I'm pleased to see you're still well. I'm not a colonel anymore, Sender. Though I feel as though saying as much has become a hobby. No one around me seems willing to correct themselves. Oh, I'm aware. But today, I intend to address you as Colonel nonetheless. Yo, what up, Fabio? I'm also very happy that the city has fixed our electrical grid. Looking at my, what is AVR? Automatic voltage regulator. It is currently sitting at a very clean 220 volts. Which before would not be the case, and my AVR would be flipping on and off in order to make sure that it stayed at 240. If it's at 220, yeah, hopefully we won't have any issues of me randomly losing electricity and having to end stream now. So yeah, missed one day, a worthy investment, I'd say. But we'll see. This is just the first day after all. I called you here because I have something that I need to ask you. I hope you can forgive me for forcing you to come out here with the weather so poor. If I can answer your questions, I will. Don't feel as if you need to hold back on my account. If you can't accept something in the answer I give you, by all means say so. Then I'll get straight to the point. What's up, Katie? Businessman Richard? Yeah, Businessman Richard is certainly a different kind of appeal when it comes from Mr. Richard over here. Why did you leave the army behind, Colonel? What happened to your love for your country? I see you, at least, returned to the military. I was relieved to see that, in truth. You were always an exceptionally capable soldier, even back in the military academy. If you hadn't had the misfortune of meeting me, if you had had the misfortune of being caught up in my foolishness, you would probably be a field officer by now. I'm truly sorry about what I did to you. Please don't get me wrong, Colonel. I don't in any way blame you or harbor resentment for what you did. You thought about what was best for this country more than anyone else I know. Your patriotism was genuine and heartfelt. I don't regret following you at all. I'm honored that I could. It's certainly true that doing so has become a significant obstacle in my chances of promotion. But I couldn't care less about that. As long as I can continue to serve in the military, serve the country I love with all my heart, I am happy. Know that I harbor no ill feelings towards you regarding the past. But What are you doing now? You used to worry for this country's future more than any of us. You cared for it more than any other. Yet, instead of picking yourself up and trying to work for your nation again, you left the army behind. And now you're running some sort of company that deals with the rich? Just what happened to your patriotism? Yo, what up, Wasabi? Welcome. I beg of you, return to the military. You're a capable man. Those skills of yours would be a valuable asset to the force, and it's where you should be using them. I'm sorry, Sender. I cannot ever return to the army again. Why? Why, Colonel? You've repented more than enough for your actions. Both General Morgan and Brigadier General Bright actively desire your return. I and all the other soldiers in my position would be overjoyed to have you in our ranks again. So why? Why do you look at me with that sad expression and tell me that it's not possible? Why would you apologize to me? Make no mistake, Sender. I haven't abandoned my love for my country. It burns as brightly in my heart as it ever did. But what I did was... What I did was truly terrible. I organized a coup d'etat, destabilizing this nation and disrupting the lives of countless people. Thanks to the help of all those around me, I was able to realize what a foolish mistake I made. And yet, in my heart, I feel exactly the same way I always did. I'm not sure what you mean. In spite of all that happened, my love for my country is unchanged. I still feel the blind desire to do anything I can to aid Liberal, no matter how reckless or dangerous it may be. I'm the same man I was when I plotted that coup d'etat. Not a thing has changed. That thought, Sender, terrifies me. Then, you didn't leave the military because you had lost your love for your country. You're saying that you left it because you still love your country? Forgive me. I have no right to be making excuses to you and trying to justify myself. Not after I dragged all of you down with me and ruined your lives forever. I truly am sorry for what I did to you and all the other members of the division. You... No, you... Please don't misunderstand. I didn't leave the army in an attempt to run from my own weakness. Nor did I leave it because I was ashamed of the treatment I received for my actions. After what happened, I thought long and hard about what I should have done instead of what I did. Trying to work out where I'd gone wrong. As I did that, I noticed something. Something vitally important that I had failed to realize up until that point. After setting up the intelligence division, I began gathering information and using it to protect Liberal. Yet, thinking about it now, I didn't know the first thing about the nature of information at the time. Information isn't something that exists alone. It only exists when people use it and see it as something of worth. Furthermore, the value of that information can change radically depending on the position and perspective of those who look at it. I can't help but wonder if overlooking this simple fact was what caused my patriotism to start to become more of a force for harm than good. Somewhere along the line, I started to believe that only information I saw as valuable was of any importance. And as a result, I ended up wanting power in order to compensate for the weakness of my own heart. Thinking back, I think what I really needed was a different perspective through which to view information. One separate from the military. One that doesn't see a country or people's way of life as a system, or as numbers and absolutes. I needed to be collecting information that was disadvantageous to liberal too, rather than cast it all aside. I needed to view us and the surrounding nations in a variety of lights, while collecting a wide variety of information from a freer perspective. So you believe the company you are running now is capable of doing that? Yes, I do. I can't say for sure that this will allow me to avoid repeating my past mistakes. Perhaps there was something more important that I should have been doing before giving thought to any of this to begin with. But, in the end, I came to the conclusion that liberal needs a fresh perspective, and I then resolved to leave the army. If it needs a means to gather intel, it can make another intelligence division. That is for Brigadier General Bright to worry about, not me. Still, the civilian population has no such group or organization. It's never had one. I doubt anyone in the civilian world has ever thought to create one in order to gather and accurately analyze information either. That was why I, as a civilian like every other, chose to establish R-Day research. Believing that I am the right person to be the first to do so. You truly don't have any intention of returning to the military, do you? If I said there wasn't a part of me that longed to return to my days of active service, I would be lying. But I'm hoping that through this, I'll be able to become another eye by which to support this nation. And I see my current occupation as a new way to show my love for my country. I wonder if that makes any sense. You're a coward. No doubt every word you are saying is objectively correct. That's how you've always been. There's never been room for rebuttal in your arguments. But, Colonel, you're also no longer the man who swore to forge this kingdom's future with his own two hands. Goodbye, Colonel. We will never meet again. Damn, like, bro gotta be so dramatic. Goodbye, Richard. I shall never lay eyes on you ever again. That's not true. That's not true at all, Sender. I've chosen the path I now walk, believing it to be right, certainly. But even I don't know for sure if what I'm doing is correct. Even now, I'm terrified of the possibility that I might be making the wrong choice. I worry that the road I walk might be the makings of yet another grave mistake. Hello, Unbird. Good morning to you too. And thank you for the super. Drama is a key component in noir stories. This has several other trappings of that genre. He's jealous because Richard has a dedicated waifu? I mean, you should be jealous of Richard. Sender had high hopes and respect for Richard. Now that Richard is no longer that same man, Sender rejects his decisions. I do get it. But man, I guess it's because while I know of the genre, I've never actually seen anything from that genre in terms of media. Like, I've never actually watched a noir movie. I've just seen, like, movies reference noir stuff. But yeah, I get it. This is just expected with what we're going for here in this particular scene. I still think it's funny, though. If, like, this was an actual conversation, right? Imagine. Man's a hater. Very true. The Maltese Falcon. I will, write that down somewhere. We're actually 36 minutes into stream. I can always come back and look at chat, yeah. I just don't have the same power that Brigadier General Bright does. I really am helpless. Sir? You didn't have to come out here in the rain. I mean, Cannon was also a part of the intelligence division. While I, didn't want to admit it while she was our enemy, she probably got that position not because she was some slouch either. We should return to the office. You'll catch a cold staying out here much longer. Cannon, I'm sure he's just having trouble coming to terms with his new life too. He just can't forget the fervent enthusiasm of the intelligence division. As if he doesn't feel like he belongs in the world that comes after it. That's come after it. Which is really sad, because I talk about this in a few other videos that I've done. Primarily Battletech up until this point. But it's like, the soldier spends his entire life training to go to war in order to bring about peace. But then when peace happens, the soldier loses all purpose. So, what do you do then? Well, what do you do when all you know is war and conflict? It just sucks, man. But yes, hello Insaniac, and welcome Kiwi Bird. Long time no see, indeed. Hope you're doing well. Can't wait for Trails to invent umbrellas. We got all this fancy tech, but we just don't have the umbrellas figured out just yet. The day will eventually come when he will be able to understand what you said. That's exactly what happened to me, you know. True enough, I suppose. You're right. Shall we be going then, Cannon? Yes, sir. Gotta go now? Roger that. Thanks for swinging by. I figure this is why soldiers get scholarship programs, to encourage them to have something else to live for. I mean, I don't know about that whole system exactly, but if that is the purpose for it, then I do agree that you gotta have something else in the back of your mind, or anything else to do. While it's certainly not to that degree, I'd say me as a content creator, kind of similar in the way that I just need something else to do that isn't the main thing that I do. Being here on YouTube and live streaming and making videos and editing and whatnot. Just to have, I guess, some other meaning in life, some other purpose. But yeah, at least it's not as shell-shocking as what being a soldier is. Like, actually going to war, then coming back being like, what? I guess being able to relax? I feel like that would be just super weird. Hello, Argoth. Welcome. When you train your whole life to destroy things in the name of peace, eventually you run out of things to destroy but peace itself. Damn. That's deep. And also, unfortunately, true. I wasn't expecting to end up quite this soaked. Are you alright? I'm fine. Don't worry about me. This actually brings back fond memories of the survival training I underwent back at the academy. You know, thinking back on my military training, back when we went to camp and whatnot, at the time it was incredibly miserable, but looking back at it, it was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed it. And yeah, same feeling. Just walking for several kilometers in the middle of a jungle, heavy rain, trying to make sure that none of us in the squad got left behind. Man. Made even worse when our drill sergeant made us crawl through the mud underneath a bunch of barbed wire. It was not fun. I do think you should go and get changed into some dry clothes, though, sir. A little rain never hurt anyone. I don't believe I was half bad at my own survival training, you know? Even then. Nani? Hello? Hello? An encrypted call. Dillons did mention that he had some information of interest in his report earlier. Perhaps this relates to that. Sounds possible. Which would mean that something has happened over in the Republic. Calvard? I forget what the exact quote is, but it goes something like, a soldier doesn't create things, they only destroy, and once they run out of things to destroy, they destroy themselves. That is also very true. And, I mean, I guess you don't even have to be a soldier for that to really apply. Other things can apply as well. Like, off the top of my head, people who need to unleash their emotions upon others. And the moment they don't really have anybody else to do that to, yeah, it all just comes collapsing in on themselves. You played Samurai Remnant? Relates to the subject in an interesting way. Fate Samurai Remnant. Was it the 3D character action game from Fate that released not too long ago? I didn't play it myself, but I did see a few streams of Leo playing that, if that is the game I'm thinking of. The COD arc? Legit military weeb? Wasn't a legit weeb back then. Not yet, anyways. I was a legit weeb in training. Tell that to the Army Corps of Engineers. They always have something new to build. Yes, it's me. Can you please stop calling me that? Yes, that's right. Yeah? Uh-huh. In the Eastern Quarter? We don't have anyone there yet, thinking about it. Alright. I'll look into it as best I can. Right. You be careful too. Has something happened? Another Jaeger Corps has entered the Eastern Quarter. A sizable one too. The Red Constellation. Really? There seems to be rather a lot of activity on the Jaeger front of late. Their arrival makes it very likely that the power struggle there will begin to worsen too. I doubt the old intelligence division network is going to be sufficient to fully stay on top of the situation. I can already imagine this being in like whichever Trails game is in Calvard. This happens. And I suppose if you can remember this particular section, then you'll know that this is what Richard is doing at the current time. Calvard's eastern part? Yeah. I think I may have to head there personally. Oh boy. Richard gonna show up as a cameo later on? Potentially even as a major player, you never know. I still have doubts about what I'm doing, but gotta do it. Ain't no way. No how. Nothing about my love for my country has changed. Nothing at all. So is it even possible for me to find and walk the right path this time? Is it truly possible for any mortal to forge the correct path through life? I don't think so. I think we all stumble. I think we all do stupid shit and make mistakes. And hopefully, ideally learn from them. But because we're human, we'll also probably still do the same mistake again at some point later on down the line. And you just live with it. I don't know. But all I can do is try to follow the path I believe to be right, in hopes that I'm not mistaken. Believing in those who have supported me and worked to right my wrongs. Sir? Is something wrong, sir? Oh, you're here, Cannon? I did tell you that you didn't need to come and see me off, you know. You did, but I'm afraid that simply won't do. Seeing off their superiors is the duty of a subordinate. Perhaps in the military, but that is no longer the world we live in. There's no need to act like a soldier anymore. Oh, and one more thing. Please do take good care of things in the office while I'm gone. I think the odds of any large requests you'll struggle to handle without me coming in are fairly low at least, but... Leave everything to me, sir. I'll be sure to handle every request that comes in with care and kindness. I'm well aware you always look forward to taking on small requests too, so they will be given the same high standard of service as any other. You know me a little too well. We fall, we repent, we survive. Indeed. We do survive. Life finds a way. Chaos theory. What in the Sieg? Sieg? What on earth is Julius Bird doing here? Julius Bird? Scree. Don't you just sit on His Excellency's arm as if it's your own personal property? That's my seat. Glare. Scree? Please, Cannon. There's no need to glare at him like that. Also, please stop calling me Your Excellency. Scree, scree! Richard then noticed there was a note attached to Sieg's flag. What's this? It's addressed to me. Scree, scree! Richard took the memo from Sieg's leg. He's Chloe's undercover royal guard. Sieg is technically part of the royal guard. Ah, I see. Okay, that makes sense. I thought it would be like, oh, is that Chloe's pet falcon? No, he's a member of the royal guard. Treat him with respect. This looks like a letter from HQ? Nani? As in military HQ? Why is the Royal Guard's carrier falcon bringing a message to you? Who knows? Its writer is a real slave driver, though. Thank you for delivering this one, Sieg. Let him know that I accept his request. Scree. Later, nerds. Sieg out. Sir. Was that? See for yourself. Now I'm out. Best of luck with your little trip. We'd like to know what the Red Constellation is up to, too. So we'd appreciate you looking into it for us on the side. Honestly. I hope you don't think this information is going to come cheap, Brigadier General. He is always great at using people. Put the right man, the right job, and I mean, Richard's already heading over that way, so why not? That is indeed a good quote, Insaniac. Oh! Accepted your request. Finished! Let's go. Covert. Huh. Okay, cool. No combat. No need to die just yet. Combines the effects of haze and information. I see, I see, I see. Actually, now I think about it. Do we even have anybody with that on right now? I don't believe I do. Huh. That could have been real bad if we went into actual combat. Hello, Isaac. Alright, well, it is a Mirage, so we could probably put it somewhere here. That is your Dex 20, though. For Olivia, that is your EP3. I can probably just replace that. Yeah. Gotta go upgrade it first, though. Of course I do. We are indeed winning so far. Although, that being said, there hasn't really been any battles just yet. Which I'm fine with. I enjoy the story. No, not Richard. Olivia. There we go. How many Star Doors are left? We got 3 more, technically speaking. We have 1 still yet to find, and we can't access 14 until we find 15, so. Alright. Ordnance for Olivier. Covert. If I was Cassius, I too would ask the airship company to tell me whenever one Mr. Richard ordered an international ticket. Pretty big brain. Just set that up. Just in case. That was some nice water. You guys too. Don't forget to drink some water. It's been almost an hour since we started streaming. Actually, probably a good time for me too to move my table on up. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. I apologize if there's some weird noise in the microphone. Ah! Finally got myself one of them fancy schmancy moving on up tables. Or standing tables. Oh, just this. I figure, you know, having occasional lower back pain as a 25-year-old, probably not good. So better to stand a little bit more and sit all day recording, editing, and streaming. Definitely gotta exercise more too. Just the microphone a little bit too. Okay, let's do this. Just the camera. There we go. The next one we gotta get over to, I believe, is just the battle one. The 400th battle will the store be opened. We should have that by now. I think I accidentally hit the wrong button. Start or 13. Did someone say exercise? Please, no, not right now, Wasabi. I'm gonna have to deny that. If any of you guys do redeem it. I will refund it later, but like my entire body hurts from having to carry this chair. Not this chair, this table. Up to the 2nd floor on my own. I also put it together on my own too. Which recommends 2 people to do this. It was not easy. Significantly more discomfort in my lower back after I started weekly bouts on the rowing machine. I think it's just muscles getting better. I would presume so. I do recall back when I started working out initially, the rowing machine would kill me. And yes, that is how it felt like. Only those who have struggled through countless battles. I have struggled through all the battles and died several times. Wait a minute, I will not open the door because I don't think I saved. Here we go. Alright, let's do this. We got this. First try. Trust. Yeah, the text isn't all jumbled up anymore. Don't know what's happening. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing! Wait, no battle? If so, thank goodness. Oh, the lore! Report on the attack on Erebonia's Bracer Guilds. In Septium calendar year 1202, many of the branches of the Bracer Guild in Erebonia came under attack in quick succession. The perpetrators were an armed group, but all else about them was unknown, and the guild, along with all connected to it in the nation, fell into a state of confusion. God, all of the Erebonian branches were attacked? What is this? Was this Ouroboros? Or is it like a group of Jaegers or something? Before long, the Orbital Communications Network in the capital was rife with calls and messages. And the situation grew increasingly grave. 1202 was the year FC started. Oh. Maybe we were told about this, but I don't remember it by now, yeah. Both is during one when Cassius had to leave. Oh, was that why Cassius left? From Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision to General Staff Office. At dawn yesterday, the capital's guild houses were completely destroyed by powerful explosives. According to the 2nd Subdivision's analysis, the explosives were likely set directly below those buildings in the city's underground waterways. Judging by explosives used and means employed, this was the work of professionals. Currently working to confirm the locations of potentially dangerous persons within the country. From Intelligence Division 3rd Subdivision to 1st Subdivision, a Jaeger member has been found among those suspected of entering the country illegally. Confirmed to be responsible for logistics in the Jester Jaeger Corps. Keep an eye on other members of the same corps in the country. The Jester Jaeger Corps, okay. Right when Cassius left in FC, he went to the Empire to help the Bracers there. The poor Bracers, man. They're just trying to help people. That's kind of their job, that all of a sudden, all their guilds just blow up all of a sudden. So, like, where are you gonna get your jobs? How are people gonna manage anything? And why would they do this? Do they specifically need the bracers, the Erebonian bracers, out of the way in order to do whatever job they're looking at doing? Was there some sort of, like, massive war that happened while Cassius was away? I don't know. I don't think we heard anything about it. At least I think. My memory isn't the greatest, though. Erebonian Bracer Guild to Liberolian Bracer Guild. Gransel Branch. At dawn today, the guild house is in Heimdall. Okay. Heimdall. Okay. I think I asked you guys and you were like, yeah, Zero, you pronounced it correctly. Or as close as you could, so. Well, I'm just gonna go with it. Came under attack. We are unable to contact the bracers charged with overseeing them. We request the aid of high-ranking bracers. This is urgent. We repeat, this is urgent. Heimdall, okay. Then why is the R there? What? Why? Oh yeah, that's right. They needed Cassius out of the way. But goddamn, I guess Cassius was just so integral to their plan for him to not be there, because if he was, he would probably be able to stop everything. That they just had to nuke all the branches of the Erebonian bracers to force him out of the country. Because, like, what else would get Cassius to move immediately, right? Use the Lord Cassius out so the plot of SC can happen, or both creating distraction. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. English works in mysterious ways, that's why there's a silent R. I speak English a lot better than a lot of my Thai friends, but I do understand, very much so, their confusion with the language. There's a lot of just weird little quirks to it. Although, I'm not really sure Heimdall is like a English name, just written in English. He is that guy, very true. Bedtime for you? Alright, have a good night, Isaac. Thanks for stopping by. Norse, not English though, yeah. Right, Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision to General Staff Office. The Bracer Guild here in Erebonia sent a message to the Guild's Gransel branch. Judging by the content of the message, at least one high-ranking Bracer will be entering Erebonia in the coming days. We request that they be pursued and put under strict surveillance upon arrival. Oh shit. 2 days after the assaults began, Cassius Bright, S rank, arrived in the Imperial capital. Voice crack. He assumed the post of provisional representative of the Erebonian Guild. After doing so, he assessed the damage to the guilds and called for the bracers assigned to them, who had become scattered in the chaos, to reconvene outside the city. He also ordered a halt to all orbital communications to prevent interception by the enemy. By this point, guilds in 6 cities had been attacked, and the Bracer Guild in Erebonia was beginning to struggle to function. The branches that had not yet been attacked requested the army's protection. However, they seemed to be in no hurry to grant their support, making it clear that they could not be counted upon. I mean, I guess it's not just in liberal. The army just doesn't like bracers in general, regardless of what country you're in. Meanwhile, the provisional representative was able to estimate the rough location of the enemy supply base from their movements up to that point. And after choosing a small number of bracers who were familiar with the area, he sent them to try and find it. His reasoning for going with this approach was that he had concluded the enemy would have to build a supply base inside the country, because of how strict Erebonia's border controls are. It did not take long for his lose the battle but win the war strategy to produce results. 1st Subdivision to General Staff Office. The bracer sent by Liberal's Guild is confirmed to be one Cassius Bright. Bright is an S-rank bracer whose file in our subdivision has him rated as an L4 threat, the 2nd highest level possible. He is also the man believed to have commanded the counteroffensive against the Imperial Army during the 100 Days War. May potentially pose a threat to national security, so he is being carefully watched. I wonder, is this the Intelligence Division? I'm assuming it's Erebonia's Intelligence Division then? Who's making all these reports back to the General Staff Office here, or I guess the government? I suppose that makes a whole lot of sense, because if your bracers are calling for help from another country, and the other country sends like one of the most powerful people that we currently know of within the lore, yeah, that may be an issue. Could potentially be an issue. You saw a quick bracers where to find loopholes in their code in order to infiltrate military infrastructure to rescue Russell. Storm a temporary military base to rescue the princess, and no wonder the military distrusts them. I mean, yeah, looking at it from that perspective, true, but ultimately both of us are working for the same goal, right? Like, the peace, keeping the peace among the populace. We just do it in different ways. Think so? Yes, roger that. Attempt to track CB failed. Current whereabouts are unknown. However, as requested by HQ, we have not raised the alert level and have left it as it stands. Several bracers are currently traveling aboard a train. We believe them to be taking part in some kind of operation. 6 bracers assaulted the Jaeger's base. The Jaegers inside the base were apprehended. We have identified them to be members of the Jester Jaeger Corps. But what if you don't want peace? Look, at least on the outside, you have to appear as if that's what you want. The discovery of the enemy's base revealed that it was a Jaeger Corps known as Jester who was behind the attacks. After this, however, the Jaeger's movements became much more passive, and the two sides entered a deadlock. The stalemate continued for roughly 2 months. During this time, the Guild representative made contact with the Intelligence Division and began preparing for an operation that would ultimately allow him to bring the trouble to an end. CB has made contact with a member of our subdivision, currently in the process of confirming. The target CB has proposed a joint operation, intending to meet him again at the specified date and time. Strategic analysis of the Bracer Guild attack, 2nd subdivision. What eventually broke the deadlock was a brilliant strategy devised by CB. Having successfully made contact with a member of the Intelligence Division, he made them send a message to HQ in the hopes it would be intercepted by the enemy. What happened was exactly that. From the message, they were able to deduce the time and place the next meeting would happen, and set about plotting his assassination. So wait. So Cassius contacted the intelligence division, which I'm assuming he knew was watching him this entire time, in order to cooperate with them, to send a message to them for a specific time and place, because he knew for a fact the enemy would intercept the message to the intelligence division, which would likely have like the most encrypted messaging currently known. Big brain. Or was there like a mole in the division itself that was leaking all this information to the Jaeger Corps? Huh. Exactly what CB hoped would happen. During the meeting, CB had also given said intelligence division member an encoded message. It contained detailed plans for an operation in which the Imperial Army would defeat the Jaegers after they had been lured up by false information. Ah, now that's big brain. Even bigger brain. Because you want to make sure that it is the Imperial Army that does it, of this country, to be like, yeah, you guys were able to deal with this all on your own. Not to have the public know that Cassius Bright, S-rank bracer from Liberal, had to haul his ass over here in order to deal with this, right? It would also make the bracers of Calvard look, well, not Calvard, Erebonia look worse, because they couldn't handle it themselves, yeah? Reminder that Phantom Thief B can steal a statue in broad daylight and passes anyone he pleases, and he's the silliest enforcer. Okay. You know what, true. Yeah. Phantom Thief B could probably get whatever. Actually, no. I just noticed here on the top right here, if you see on the cover of this book or whatever, it says Phantom Thief B, SCR. I don't know what SCR is going to lead to, but yeah. He's right there. Peak of being Divine Blade, a perk of being Divine Blade, sort of clairvoyance. Yeah. Real life, the Air Force, military, and Navy all kind of hate each other. Imagine a separate international organization that technically isn't loyal to the country butting in. Yeah, it's gonna cause a lot of potential issues to national security and I guess the public's trust within their governing body of whether they can be kept, I don't know, safe. Well, whether we can even trust them. So doing this is probably the best way to actually get rid of the problem and not cause more problems. The Jaegers who had gathered to assassinate CB were surrounded and forced to surrender. Furthermore, the remnants of their forces who were in other bases were also defeated after the initial prisoners gave up their locations. Damn, they squealed. Several months after the trouble began, Jester was completely dismantled. Raising the threat level of Cassius Wright S-rank bracer effective immediately. Henceforth, he will be regarded as L5 threat. He poses a severe threat to national security, and must be placed under strict surveillance if he ever enters the country again. I almost feel like the intelligence division is just being petty now. They're just like, bruh, this bitch used us, and he played us, and he won. And we couldn't do anything about it, man. L5. We hate him. Get him out of here. Man. Confirmed that the surveillance target left the country today. His departure was without incident. Handing control over the mission over to our foreign agencies. Transmission over. Bro came in, solved the problem, and left. Without explaining anything. From GSO Special Investigative Department to His Excellency the Imperial Chancellor. We have also confirmed CB's departure. We shall continue to pursue him, but he has not shown any suspicious behaviors to date. We have yet to confirm any interactions between him and the minstrel. We'll continue to follow their movements. The minstrel. Alright, side story finished. Jagged armor? Which one is this? 5 L's for Erebunia, indeed. Holy. Heavy battle armor used by first-rate Jaegers. Idiot minus 100, Dex minus 50. The minstrel? I mean, I'm going to assume the minstrel is Olivia, right? Maybe that's just their way of referring to him as that. Could be wrong. He's also the reason why everybody couldn't invade the world during the 100 Days War, so I can see why they were extremely salty about him using them for his advantage. That is very true. Yeah. That happened in the past, but not too far into the past. The memory of that defeat is still very relevant within the minds of the military, so makes sense. The Dex minus 50 sucks. It is pretty good defense, though. I don't think I'm going to use it just yet. But okay. So, if we're going to continue on the line to Star Doors, we now need to find 15. In order to get to 15, we do have to go through Hell, which I believe I can only enter from the Hermit's Garden by talking to Ghost Lady, so back we go. Dex is irrelevant for a primary arts user. Very true. I forgot. Arts never miss. So that is something to keep in mind. Save. There we go. If so, and we're going with this team. But it gives strength 100. So it's like, if you're a primary arts user, would you really need the strength? I don't know. Cosmic Gear gives more defense too. Right. Oh, this is a unique dialogue. Ren gave me started when she summoned a friend, still while it may have been possible to do so. Unexpected actions like that in this world take a serious toll on you mentally and physically. I would suggest not doing things like that any more than you have to. Okay. Can I talk? Take off on the Arcel, leave. Wait. Or no, it's the 7th plane, right? I can just access it here directly? Yeah, okay. Don't need to talk to her again. Selecting the option to take off on the Arcel is where we continue the story. Heading into the final bit. Down we go. I don't really need to farm with this particular party, so I'll skip whatever encounters I can. Gotta be a little bit careful here though, because they don't have the orb equip that shows me the enemies from a distance. Regardless, even if we do get into battle, we'll be fine. Like, the party's fully leveled, they'll be okay. Maybe they're here, no. No chests. I'm assuming it's just gonna be a repeating landscape down until we get to whatever we're looking for. The Abyss with updated graphics would be really cool. I guess, okay. From here on in, is there just no more messages in the chats? Or is it just specifically for Abyss? If so, then I'll just make sure to not double tap anything. Tiger Heart. What does that do exactly? Oh wait, no, it's another... I see. Of course. I should have known. Another one. We're good on that. Hell's empty chest messages? Yeah. SC remake does come out next year, so theoretically a 3rd remake would possibly follow soon after. It's still just like, you know, 3rd is a pretty unique game comparatively to 1st chapter and 2nd chapter. It would be nice to see a remake, potentially an update to some of the systems too, and how we go about the gameplay here. Could be cool. We'll have to see how it goes though. This truly is held out chest messages. No! Chest is still empty. Ah! Damn it. Looking over at chat has betrayed me. Let me just smack him around a little bit. These guys ain't nothing. Oh wait, that lands on a block turret. Yeah. Well, so much for that. He's still alive on 18? Die.
That was the sword of Bender.
That is very true, Katie. We do reuse a lot of assets, so they probably wouldn't have to work too much. But I would hope that they implement more still. If they do decide to remake this one. Oh. I don't think this one's an optional fight. Never mind. Later, nerd. Alright. What is down this way? We are getting some new enemies here, though. What do we even check? I just check out of habit. I don't know if I even do that in other video games and just don't realize it. Ugh. Disgusting. Seeing that in high definition 3D, you know what? Let's kill it. What even is that? Arachne Sigma. Mother of the Arachne's sisters calls for aid when injured, drains vitality when angered. 14,000 HP. Okay. And we also have the Dead Man's. Spells when defeated. The fountain was interactable? Well, what does the fountain do? Does it just like restore your HP, SP, or whatever? SP, not EP in this game. Oh, it's one of the early bosses. Guess we're still pretty early on in then. Smoke cannon, I'm not sure if it's gonna affect them. It affects the dead man's though. Okay, are you weak to anything in particular? You are to space. Dark matter. Oh, this regular enemy is one of the bosses from early in the game. I mean, considering its name, its position within the lore being the mother of the Arachne sisters, that makes sense. I guess it's been too long that I don't remember exactly where it's from. Or where we saw it last. Holy! Okay, just explosion in visual, not in actuality. These guys actually explode. Ruby gem. Very neat. Okay, let me also save. Some of these enemies might be kind of scary. It did say they're Abyss Area 2. I wonder how many areas the Abyss has. I guess all we can really do is keep on going down to find out. Another one of these. Later. Cartage! Not the marble kind. What does that do? It is strength plus 20%. Oh, damn. That's even stronger than attack 5, however, it completely reduces your defense. A lot more than just 9%. I don't have anybody with the slots to put that into right now. Putting that on Richard would be super good, though. I mean, especially if Richard just has like a ton of crap points and he just steals turns over and over and over again. So he wouldn't really be able to get hit anyways. We'll think about it. Once we head back to home base. Don't want to lose our current progress. How often traditionally has 9 layers? In D&D there are either infinite realms in the Abyss or 666. Gotcha. And the void boxes can't scream. It's been a while since I learned about it. I forget what Buddhist Hell, how many layers Buddhist Hell has. Recharge 3. How far must I run down in order to get to the door? I bet you it's at the very bottom. It's based on Dante's Inferno. I mean, a lot of things in media that I enjoy is based on Dante's Inferno. I just never actually read it myself. No chest here? I have no chest, but I must scream. I'm sure there are people out there who can relate. I too need to do more push-ups to be able to get that chest in order to scream. Not that I should do them now. This isn't telling you to do that because I will refuse to do it. My arms hurt. Everything hurts. The Steer Spring is here. Why are you quoting Kiwi? Okay. I didn't want to say it. I was thinking it. I'm glad you said it, Pun. Okay. Also, feel free to answer this. Is there any point in fighting the floor bosses there? I mean, they seem like unique enemies, but it would save us a lot of time if I just ran past them. 20 ribbon. Okay, what does that do? Oh. 20 ribbon. Did I miss you? Where art thou? Huh. Is it... Nunny? Am I crazy? Ribbon is female exclusive. Oh, okay. That's what I figured, so I swapped over to check on Tita. I also don't see it. What? I don't know. Is YouTube deleting my chats? Potentially. I mean, I don't see anything that I can even confirm or approve. Might be character exclusive. Ah, I see. You can find them off screen in your vacation, as they know what a vacation is. True. Drop good items. Ah, I see. Maybe decent XP, potential items. Been a while. Yeah. Gotcha. I'll take a look through all the characters' equips then. The chest won't tell me because it is empty. I've been surprised! This is so surprising! Die, you! No, I should have attacked the other one. Yeah. Oh well. Slightly suboptimal.
My.
My. That was way too easy. Try harder next time. It was to turn on my aircon. I'm decidedly starting to die from the heat. Winter over here in Thailand gets really weird. Or I suppose at least in the area I live in. It's like sometimes it'll be freezing cold. At least to me. For you guys, I'm sure it's like a nice summer day. Like, 23 Celsius is cold to me. I don't think it's cold for you guys at all. But, it'll swing from that to like 30. For no apparent reason. Why would you do this? It is currently nighttime as well. Why is it so hot? Menu has an items tab. You can see it there. I mean, these seem like... Where are the equips? Armor. Punti ribbon. There we are. A special ribbon that only certain characters may equip. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say Ren. Either Ren or Adelaise, maybe? Here in Norway, it's at abnormal 11 Celsius, which is incredibly rare in December. Is it usually lower or higher? Freezing outside where I'm from. Not true winter until it's below 0 degrees. So true. I don't think you'd want to be below me though. It's probably not a pleasant experience. Nor a beautiful sight. I've been surprised! In New Jersey, we got hit with sudden snow, particularly 2 or 3 inches mixed with rain. No one was ready when we got like half of what it said. Damn. It's a lot of snow. Oh my goodness. The moment they see him, they freeze up. usually much lower. Gotcha. My god, the amount of XP. Blade Dancer 2. Thank you. Driving through that to get to work. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's right. I mean, even with something like that, they'd probably still call you in. Which would suck. I can say without a doubt, though, that cars over here definitely weren't built to handle any sort of weather like that. Hopefully your car was, so driving there wasn't too much of a pain or any actual like permanent damage to your vehicle. That'd be even worse. Oh yeah, this dude. Wait, weren't we fighting these dudes at like the very door when we were trying to leave Gehenna? There are a ton of them there. I remember back when Bangkok flooded, and not like flooded, but still pretty significant in certain areas. Some people thought that their cars were built different, so they just drove them through the flooded areas, and all of them stalled. So there was just a line of flooded cars in the middle of the road, with nowhere to go. Master's Hotpot. Very good. I guess when you live in the city, you don't deal with it as much. Still found it kind of silly though, especially when the water was higher than your exhaust pipe. I don't really think any car can get through that if the exhaust pipe is submerged. Boat cars are pretty sick, but I don't think regular civilians have boat cars. Sort of invitation. Oh, is this what we need for the second round of the arena, maybe? Okay, oh, that's cool. Without a snorkel, you can't drive through water up to the engine, yeah. I have seen some trucks from farmers and stuff who have like the exhaust pipe basically up front, up high, which I can't imagine smells very nice, but certainly very useful if you're going through terrain like that quite often. Which I can imagine in the countryside, especially on muddier roads, that's gotta be kind of an issue constantly. Oh, it's the air intake. That's what a snorkel is. Gotcha. I do not know much about cars. I feel like a lot of dudes will always have that one thing that they're super into. I do have a few friends who are super into cars. That was never really me. Trying to think about what I was super into. I guess, well, I mean, nowadays it's video game lore. Back then, probably anime. I did watch way more anime than I do currently nowadays. I've sort of developed into, oh, Star Door. Into that anime viewer who rarely watches anything, and if I do, probably just one of my favorites. Every, like, couple of months or so. Or I suppose watching it with friends. That's fun too. But I don't keep up with seasonals like I used to. Let me drink some water before we get into this. Door. Ah! I agree 100% with Pun. Those kind of cars would not last in a storm. What about the sports? I like sports, but I wasn't the type of person who could tell you the exact make and model and point a flex in a golf shaft just by looking at it. I just like playing the sport. There are some crazy people out there who could tell you way more about the club I was using than I could. But I suppose if you're talking about, like, can you tell the difference between the weight of two different clubs? I could probably do that, yeah. Just not all those minute details behind it. Oh. Bring to me the girl loved by the world's darkness, only then shall the door open. Ren? Question mark? At least we have the teleport point now, so we don't have to go through all that again. Yep. Come here, Ren. Imagine if it was Chloe somehow.
Leave it to Ren.
Okay. I'm specifically taking out our other OP character because I don't want the fight to be too easy. Some of these people, these two in particular, if they're working together... Alright, this should suffice. Speaking of, though... When it comes to Mueller's augments, I could maybe upgrade this one and then put in the Carnage one and see how that goes. Slots. Mueller. Upgrade this. Very nice. We got plenty of quartz. And if I grind more during my vacation time, we'll have even more. And I mean, you know, as a fan of looter shooter games, grinding is kind of my thing. Not a stranger to it. The most infamous door of the game, the 15th door of Star? Uh-oh. Are you sure there's no fight? Well, I'm prepared for anything. I'm ready to rumble. That said, feel free to tell me about this. Is this one of those doors that is gonna last 2 to 3 hours? I mean, this is Star Door number 15. I feel like, and with how you guys have been talking about it, it's kind of special. Will we be able to get this done? Or is this gonna be like a 5-hour stream or something? Relatively short door. No? Okay. Thank you, Jim. Let's do this. I think it's Ren. That'll be really funny if I just teleport back. The two tiny children. Let's head into the world of darkness. Prepare yourself mentally? I'm always prepared, baby. I'm ready to fight. And I'm ready to resist the tears as well. I never cry in my media. Video games don't make me cry. I wander indifferently in a place that exists beyond good and evil, beyond life and death. There is no fortune or misfortune, no happiness, no sadness. White and black tear into me. Heaven and earth torment me. I've been defiled. Where does it begin? And where does it end? I don't belong anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. But the world just keeps on turning around me. Paradise. Which number would you like today? 15. Certainly. You've been nominated, Ren. Be sure to treat our customer with care. The place was simply known as Paradise. I see. Gotcha. Oh boy. I understand now. No doubt the building itself had a proper name, but none of us were ever told it. Nor were we ever told exactly where in the land we were or what we were doing here. Or indeed how we ended up there to begin with. Morning. Morning, Ren. Oh, you've finally woken up. Finally woken up, have you? Hi, Cross. Welcome to paradise, Ren. Welcome to paradise. Cross. I'm going to have to go, Ren. I've got to go and work. Again? Yeah, it's fine though. I'll be back before long. Be a good girl and wait here in the meantime, okay? Cross was always busy with work, and today was no different. What exactly he did and where he did it, I didn't know. But whatever it was clearly horrible. He wasn't the only one either. The other children were always going out to work too. But for some reason, no one ever called me. The other children became weaker and more emaciated by the day. And yet I spent my time eating delicious food and playing with dolls. I, and only I, was somehow special. Cross always referred to me as a princess. Morning, Ren. It sure is beautiful out today, huh? Kinda stuffy in here, though. Let's open a window, okay? This girl's name is Etta. She was always smiling and brimming with curiosity, poking her nose into anything and everything in the room and earning a scolding from Cross for it. Hey, you want to play with me? I want to play with dolls too. I don't mind, but do you even have the time? Don't you have work later, or do you not have to go and wear any weird clothes today? Cross is working at the moment, so I've got some free time. He's sure been getting nominated a lot lately. Maybe that's just what people are into these days. Oh boy. Etta was a somewhat precocious girl. She loved making stupid jokes and giggling away at them. Adji? I don't know. I don't like where this is going. I have a pretty good feeling I know exactly where this is going. And I know for a fact you're not going to like it. I don't think anybody does. But important character backstory for our tragic girl, for sure. Meanwhile, Adji was more polite and mature. Perhaps that was why she was nominated by so many older men. Ah. Great. Another thing that stood out about her was the way she never once acted like she hated her work. No matter the day, she always performed with skill and care. How come you never seem to hate your work, Adji? I thought it really hurt. I'm fine. It's nothing you need to worry about, right? There's a few tricks that make it really simple to manage once you know them. So don't worry about me. You just focus on being happy like you always are. Why is Ren specifically just left out? Why is she put here? Was this... I don't think this is... Ouroboros didn't already have Ren, right? I guess this was before then? But yes, Bird. Have a good night's rest, my dude. And thanks for sticking around for the stream, yeah. Not just raising a flag here, they're streaking through the mall wearing a crown of lit Roman candles, yeah. Oh boy. Okay. That's a good girl. If you're happy, I'm happy. And all the kids seem to like want to appease Ren in some way. Then there was Quatre, whose small, delicate stature always ended with him being battered and played with roughly like he were some sort of doll. Did you seriously end up getting beaten again? Yeah, I don't know why either. They said it's some kind of new game, but I don't get it. Don't worry about me, Ren. I'm fine, honest. I'm used to it. It doesn't even hurt me anymore. As long as I can come back and find you here,
I can deal with anything.
Yeah, this is very specifically catering towards Ren in some way. For some reason.
Quatre was always bleeding out of our sight. Maybe that was part of his charm. I'm sure beautiful people must shed beautiful blood.
That's one hell of a thing for a kid to be saying. How old is Ren anyways? This is fucked up.
I'm back, Ren. Sorry, that ended up taking longer than I thought it would. Then finally there was Cross. He was basically our leader. Cross, Etta, Agi, Quatre, and me. Each of them were so dear to me, and we spent all the time we could together in this one room. To my understanding, there were other children in the building, but they didn't matter to me. The only ones who did were the 4 friends I spent my days with, the 4 who lived in paradise alongside me.
You're older than Tita? I guess that makes sense, being slightly older than her. Regardless though, still a baby.
Hey Cross, what happened to the others? How come it's just me and you in here now? What are you talking about, Ren? What others? It's always been just you and me in here. Really? Are you sure? I feel like there were more.
Nope, there weren't. It's always been just you and me. Is he also a part of the Not a Gaslighter Club?
It was only later when I realized it was Cross who had hidden the others from me. Whether that was so I didn't have to worry about them, or because things had gone so bad he didn't even think I should see them, I don't know. But he always tried to keep my eyes covered from the harsh reality of what was going on around me, so I could keep living in blissful ignorance. Let me give you a useful tip, Ren. Always be sure to say, "It would be my pleasure." Saying that makes everyone smile. No matter what you have to do or what people do to you, always respond with, "It would be my pleasure." Funny how that works, right? After all, it's the customers you're pleasing, not you. Let me give you one too, then. I use this all the time. The best thing to do is try to imagine how your customer is feeling. Like, this must feel really good for them. They seem to love me doing this, or... It's not enough to make you stop feeling pain, but it does stop you needing to worry about doing unpleasant things. Always try to think about what you can do to make the customer happy. That's key.
I mean, always put the customer first. In the most fucked up way possible. What the fuck am I reading, man? You know, I haven't watched Nico's playthrough of Trails in a while. I think I'm gonna specifically skip over to see what his reaction is to this one. Man. Trails really went there, huh? From our funny anime JRPG with wholesome story to this.
Well, I suppose I should say something too. You should never cry and say you're sorry to a customer. Saying sorry just makes them want to hurt you more. No matter how much it hurts, no matter how sad you feel, don't ever cry. Don't ever say sorry. Because no one ever forgives you, even if you do.
Nico's mods had to work overtime slowly when it gets spoiled. You can only imagine. Oh, also we had a slight drop in connection. If any of you guys are lagging, make sure to just refresh the stream so it brings you back to live. And yeah, I watched Nico. Been watching Nico for several years now. It's great. One of the darkest moments in the series. I mean, how do you top this?
Thanks everyone, but I can't see myself needing any of these tips. I never have to do any work. All I have to do is sit in here and hug my dolls. I never have to leave this room. And that's how it should be. You're our princess, and you're really, really important to us. What is happening? We're all here to protect you, and that's why we make it so you don't need to see a thing. Ren. Why is she given the special treatment? Game. What are you doing, Ren? I'm drawing. Look, this is a monster. The monster that's got us locked up in here. It's got golden eyes and black scales, and its mouth stained red with the blood of all the people it ate. The color of sin, huh? How lovely. Its stomach's gotta be white, though. Otherwise, you wouldn't know which side was the front. That's very true.
You two won't let me say what I want to say at this point? Yeah, no. We're really skirting around the subject here. I mean, we all know what's happening. Y'all know. The AI moderation doesn't need to know any of this. It's okay. Goddamn.
Where is everyone? Are they all out working? Ren. There are no others. There's only me and you here. Really? Are you sure? I don't know. I'm sure. From the very start, it's just been me and you. No others. Now let's draw together, shall we?
Okay, hold up a minute. Are we seeing like a breaking of reality? Is this some sort of reality that Ren has created in her mind? Of all these faceless children doing the things that, the things that she doesn't want to acknowledge that is happening? I'm also trying to skirt it as much as possible. Maybe.
No others. Now let's draw together, shall we?
Oh yeah, I mean, I suppose we arrived to the same conclusion at the same time, fake internet name. Yeah. Just keep reading, that's how it feels to me, yep. I appreciate you guys not answering my question. We'll get there, obviously, if it explains it here.
Maybe we could draw a princess next. That'd be nice. Ross was doing a good job at covering my eyes from reality. But there was one thing he couldn't completely keep from me. He was getting tired. After the others disappeared, he started taking on all the work himself. And because of that, slowly, he began to vanish too. Let's clean you up, Ren. You're really dirty today. Thanks, you're always so kind. I'm sorry, Ren. If I wasn't so hopeless. I swore I'd protect you, and yet... What's wrong, Cross? You're not looking too good. It's nothing. I'm fine. Cross? I just told you that I'm fine. This is all your fault. Mine? Yours. Everything is your fault. You wasted no time in killing all the others. Why are you letting me live for so long? It's all your fault. Why haven't you killed me? Repeat that 3 times. I'm already dead as it is. Why won't you kill me? Part 4, Ren. Eventually, my first job came. There was no one else to take it. There was no one else to go out in my place. That's why I had to do it myself. I had to step outside that room for the first time. You've been nominated, Ren. Be sure to treat our customer with care. What are you doing, Ren? Just do what you usually do. What's going on here? I was led to believe number 15 was special. She's not normally like this, I can assure you. She's usually a good girl. I don't know what's gotten into her. I see. Yep.
I would say confirmation on the things we've been thinking about. Probably the moment where she snapped. She's our little angel, capable of meeting all of our customers' needs, no matter what they may be. Come on, Ren, say hello. You've done this enough times now. What are you going to be today? Oh, no. Sweet doll. A cool boy.
That wasn't me.
What?
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. And also, my internet seems to be struggling right about now. Apologies for any drops in connection. It do be like that. Is Kid sure fit into specific archetypes that simultaneously appease and cope with different types of abusive customers? Yeah. 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 Like, what else can I say? I try not to swear explicitly in chat, but fuck. If there was a time to swear, now is the time. This is Trails in the Sky. Oh, man. Persona 4, I wish. Would be so much better if it was. I mean, the situation, not the game, necessarily. Yeah, there's a different appeal. Someone says something, I close my ears like always. Someone does something, I close my eyes like always. I do just as I always do. Well, welcome back to hell, Insaniac. There's a pretty good reason why this door is specifically in hell. I do just as I always do. I do just as I always do. I do just as I always do and go out to work. Ah, the water of life. Cross once said that even those near to death could be full of energy again if they drank this. He said he was made to drink it all the time. This taste was sweet and serious. Are you fucking kidding? What the fuck am I reading right now? Speaking of, let me drink some water. Actual water. Do I have to voice act any of this? Can we just move on with our lives? I've been pretty tolerant up till that. I think I'm just gonna move on. As the owner went to leave, his head seemed to distort slightly. Maybe he's getting old, or maybe he's just wearing a disguise of some kind. The medicine started kicking in. Why don't we sit and have a little chat together? It would be my pleasure, yeah. Exactly what she told her to say. Etta, I believe her name was. Oh. The personality we created in our mind. Yep. One of the doors with a voice while it carries heart. Do they voice all of this in excruciating detail? Ren. I'm fine. It's okay. It's really not, but like, what else are you going to tell yourself when you're in this situation, right? I get that, Insaniac. I'm right there with you. I'm trying to stay upbeat for stream, but like, god fucking damn it, man. Yeah, we're going through a thing right now. The voice mod is fully voiced script? Holy shit. God damn. Give some context as to why Ren is as unstable as she is when Estelle and them meet her. Fair. I'd be fucked up too. All of them have gone. Ah. Those are some familiar faces. Holy shit. Subhuman monsters. Can people even keep living on like this? Can you even call someone in this state alive? I'm guessing she inflicted all these cross-like marks on herself. Probably in order to maintain her own stand, and that's why his name is Cross. She wanted to keep living that much? This is a living human? I want to see what she's like when she's really alive, Lo. Can we take her into the society? The dream goes on. You know, props to Ouroboros. Thank goodness for the villains of the story. Even they're like, yeah, no, bro. We'll do some diabolical shit. We'll destroy the world as we know it. Warp reality as it is. But this? Yeah, no, this needs to go. You're strong, Ren. That was what Joshua told me one day. It wasn't something I'd heard before either. You're strong, Ren. Yes, I am. I'm strong. I'm strong, I'm strong, I'm strong! As an enforcer candidate, Ren proved to be exceptionally capable. Then one day, Joshua disappeared. And the world just kept on turning. Just where has Joshua gone anyway? All he said was that he was going away to do a job and it was gonna take a while. I wanted him to know that I'd become a proper enforcer now. I wanted to introduce him to my real papa and mama too. But I suppose all of that can wait. He'll come back eventually. I know he will. By real papa and mama, I'm assuming Peter Mater. Then he can tell me all about what he did while he was away. But he'll definitely be back. He will. A baby? How sweet. He's so cute. A brand new life, clean and pure, untainted by anything. He's probably a good child. He'll be raised well and grow out to be a fine, respectable adult. Unlike me. Oh, are we visiting our real father and mother? Like we somehow found them, but they're living a new life with a new child? Is that what's happening here? That path was close to me long ago. I hope you'll find happiness, nameless child. Why? Yep, I see the resemblance. He really is cute, isn't he? He looks just like his mother. There, that's a good boy. I still regret what happened to our last child. But it looks like the goddess didn't abandon us after all. Now, I thought we weren't going to talk about that anymore. We need to leave the past in the past. I suppose you're right. It's sad, but it's probably what she would want too. How the fuck did Ren end up in that situation? What did you people do? There we go. It was a good little baby.
Ren, impure children. The past. What happened to her last child? Really? That was what I was? From the very beginning? From the day I was born, I was... Ren. Oh. Hello. As enforcers, we have the freedom to do whatever we want. Whenever we want. It's up to you what you want to do. I won't make that choice for you. I can't help but wonder whether they're even worth the effort of cutting down. But that is your choice to make. I wander indifferently in a place that exists beyond good and evil, beyond life and death. There is no fortune or misfortune. No happiness, no sadness. White and black tear into me. Heaven and earth torment me. I've been defiled. Where does it begin and where does it end? I don't belong anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. But the world just keeps on turning around me. Unbeknownst to me, the world just kept on turning. But that's fine. The world is always turning for my sake. That's why I've got nothing to feel sad about. I don't care about some silly imposters. They're not my real papa and mama. I have Peter Mater now. I see. And yeah, I see you. They were the puppets, or resembled the puppets that she was, I guess, using as her stand-in father and mother as she was traveling around. That was way back though in the first game. What is my internet connection ass all of a sudden? Man. Well, I guess even my internet connection doesn't want to be a part of the story. It's like, damn, bro, I don't want to be here for this, any of this. And honestly, fair. It's so cold. And Peter Mater heats up. Thanks, Peter Mater. That's right. I'm in the right. I'm in the right. I'm always happy. I'm always having fun. Because I'm... The world doesn't revolve just around you. And it won't always change just because you demand it. It should be obvious, because I really care about you, Ren. I won't lecture anymore. Ren, you answer how your heart tells you. It's almost dawn. Let's go. We're going to cross-spell. Once we're high enough up, switch off your boosters and switch to your regular flight engines. Side story paradise finished! Yay! Wow! Great side story. Nothingness. Damn. What does that even do? Attacks inflict a random status ailment without fail. They're like, yeah, we put you through hell, but here's a really goddamn good ornament for you. That's really neat. I like that. But yeah. I did it. That's why the door is so infamous. Honestly. I mean, with the way that you guys were talking about the door,
it was like, well, damn. You know, we're setting up expectations for the door. I'm probably gonna end up disappointed, maybe. But you know, it's the nature of live streaming. I think the door itself far surpassed any expectations I could have had. I think if there were any door to be described as the door to darkness, this would be the door in this game. There is not really a whole lot else I could say about the subject matter, because this is something we really gotta avoid. And it is so fucking incredibly sad that probably somewhere out in the world this is happening. And I wish it wasn't so, but reality sucks. But it also explains so much about Ren's character. And also gave Ouroboros an actual W. You'd have to be demented to expect that? Yeah, no. My mind was nowhere near that. It's just like, oh, we got Ren for this story. Oh, maybe we'll see some backstory of her training as to become an enforcer or something, or the way that she got integrated with Painter Vader or whatnot. And yeah, we got way more than we were expecting, in a way that we did not want. No. Such a tone shift that you really can't see it coming. Trails is my happy-go-lucky JRPG series with the power of friendship comes in to help us defeat our enemies. That being said, it's not like Trails never deals with dark subject matter. I mean, we literally fell into hell, right? And all the things surrounding our other characters too, there are some pretty dark moments. But I think we've kind of, I can't even say peaked. I think we've hit the bottom of the abyss of that darkness, for now. And I hope to God that we don't, you know, go even further. But I have a feeling if the writers are okay with doing something like this, or presenting something like this within their story, they may go even further. And I'm scared. I'm very scared as to what kind of shit we're gonna see in the future. Oh, man. Oh, it'll be further explained in following games. We don't really need to. I mean, I guess if it's that important for Red's character, I do understand and empathize that there's so much more because of this. But I wish it was literally anything else. Well, not literally anything else, but anything else better than this. It's also very well told without being explicit. Yeah, they dance around the subject. It is graphic enough for you to know what's happening, but not overt. We did reach a point though where I just straight up refused to voice act, because like, goddamn. I don't ever want to say stuff like that. not even as just like a fictional character doing voice acting for a stream. That's some weird stuff. Look at the bright side, you got through all the moon doors now. We still got one more. We still have what is it? Moon door 14? Yeah, no, it's Star 14. Star door 14, because we have to see all the star doors before then. So we'll probably do that one next time. Whew. It explains so perfectly why the world doesn't revolve around you was the perfect thing for Estelle to say to ground Ren a little bit. That is true. I mean, Ren herself was always, I guess, using that as a bit of a mantra. At least it felt like that to me. To give herself, to keep herself grounded in reality, to continue living on, right? And so those were the perfect words to say to reach her, to resonate with her. How to get worse? The character that is, no. I guess, I know exactly what you meant by that fake internet name. And that is really funny. I appreciate the attempt, yeah. No, even that, you know, You know, it's just a bee with an itch, basically. It's not this bad. This is way worse than anything that could be. It's why you want Estelle to win, so she can give Ren the love she deserves. 100%. Ren really needs a hug. She needs a better life. She was robbed of her childhood, robbed of a better and brighter future that I'm sure she could have 100% had if only she wasn't put into these circumstances. And how the fuck did she end up there? Like, why were her parents just like being all, well, you know what happened to the previous one, but now we have this new child who we will now love and cherish. Don't worry about the last one, whoever they are. What the hell happened? Did they sell her? Is that what happened? I don't even want to think about it. Well, trails in the sky, everybody. Yeah, no, I'm just saying some stuff. Don't answer that. We'll get there eventually, anyways. Play trails to find out. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go need to see some other people's reaction to that moment, not gonna lie. I need somebody else to suffer. I need to see others suffer with me. Ugh. Exactly, Insania. There's not a whole lot to say. There's nothing to redeem there. I'm so glad Ouroboros wiped them out. I don't even know what their purpose was. Maybe they just saw it and they're like, damn, that's fucked. We're gonna get rid of it. Which I would respect. 100%. Trails in the Setsubo, that's what I'm feeling. Oh god. Smacked my own table with my fist. I probably do, Zero. I probably do. But anyways, dudes. Yeah, we're gonna leave off the stream with that. I hope you guys had a fun time here regardless. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And next week. What is next week? Let me see here. Checking the schedule real quick. It is Christmas Eve. We will not be doing a Trails in the Sky stream next week. Nor on New Year's. The next time we're gonna meet up yet again for Trails in the Sky is January the 7th, at least my time. If you're living in the States, I'll be on the 6th. Because I will be taking a break during the holiday season, spending some time with some family, getting some other stuff done, which I would also highly recommend you guys do as well. And if you guys don't watch any other content here, only watch the trail streams, I will wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. So yeah, I'll see you guys again on the 7th. For more Trails in the Sky, and we will continue whatever dark story we have next. I'm sure this isn't going to be the end of it, so. Are we watching Die Hard? Probably not. I've already seen that movie too many times now. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hope you guys enjoyed your time here. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later, dudes. Bye-bye. Oh.